The story begins when Konami Soto gets an invite to play Darwin's game from his friend Hamada. He's excited to try it. His classmate Kyota tells him it's a bad idea, but Konami plays anyway. Suddenly, a snake from the game bites him. He wakes up in the school hospital, thinking it was all a dream, and decides to go home. Despite Kyota's warnings, Konami opens the game again on his way home. This time, a man in a panda costume named Bandakin shows up and attacks him on the subway. Konami escapes, but the panda keeps chasing him. Even a police officer can't stop the panda. Just when Konami thinks he's done for, Kyota saves him, but gets hurt. They hide in a parking lot. Konami realizes this game is dangerous and real, with life or death stakes. Kyota tells him about Bandakin's special power to turn invisible, which players get from the snake bite. They know Bandakin can track Konami through the game, so they decide Konami should lead the panda away from the injured Kyota. Konami struggles to fight Bandakin, but just when things look bad, Bandakin gets hit by a car, and Konami wins the fight. After beating Bandakin, Konami sees his body disappear, leaving a pixel outline on the ground. Konami has seen these outlines around the city and thought they were street art, but now realizes they're from players who lost in Darwin's game. Returning to Kyota, Konami finds only his pixel outline. Shuka Karinu, a top player, hears about Konami's win and wants to meet him. She invites him to an old warehouse and asks to see his special power, or Seagull. Konami can't show her, making her suspicious. She attacks, but he fights back and discovers his Seagull. He can summon any weapon he's touched. He uses a gun to hold off Shuka, who then admits she lost. Konami faints from the stress. Waking up in Shuka's bed, she suggests they form a team, a common strategy in the game. Konami agrees but needs to reach a higher level first. Soon, he gets an invite to a treasure hunt in Shibuya, a good chance to level up. He and Shuka explore Shibuya first, where she explains more about Darwin's game, which they call D-Game in public to keep it secret. When Konami goes to an ATM, he's shocked to see the points from Darwin's game have turned into real money in his bank account. In a shopping center in Shibuya, a player named Inakai steals his phone and traps him in a dead-end street for a fight. Inakai found Konami with information from Rain Kashiwagi, a player who sells data in the game. Konami is now a big target because he beat Bandakin and Shuka. Shuka quickly comes to help Konami, and Inakai gives up. Then, the treasure hunt in the game starts, and players are sent to different places. Konami is in a hotel room and learns he needs to find 3 golden rings in 24 hours, but there are only 300 rings for 300 players. He uses his phone's special camera and finds a ring under his bed. But when he's attacked by another player with a machine gun, he gives away his ring to save his life. The other player takes the ring and leaves. Konami wants to leave the hotel and meet up with Shuka, but he can't because the stairs are blocked by a thick growth of plants. He thinks about using the elevator, but Rain, the analyst, stops him just in time. Inside the elevator, they see the man who attacked Konami with a machine gun, now trapped and motionless in a giant plant. Rain knows this is the work of the florist, a strong player who has filled the hotel with plants. While looking for a way out, Konami and Rain wonder why the attacker's body hasn't turned into a pixel outline. Suddenly, they're attacked by a group of zombie-like players, affected by the florist's poison and under his control. Rain, with her sigil called Lapis, can analyze any information. She figures out the florist is probably in the security room, watching them through cameras and controlling the zombies. So, Konami and Rain break the cameras and hide in a room to plan their next move. Konami escapes the hotel by sliding down the outside of the building. He confronts the florist on the ground floor, who turns into a huge plant monster. Konami fights hard, using his machine gun, grenades, and stun grenades, but the florist is too strong. The battle ends in the hotel's chapel. Tired, Konami has a vision of being in a blacksmith's workshop, which gives him an idea to increase his gun's power. This new tactic works, and the florist admits defeat. Rain arrives and warns of a new threat. The 8th clan and their fierce leader Wong are coming to take the 24 rings in the hotel. They decide to team up with the florist, whose real name is Hiragi Ichiro, to face this challenge. The man Konami had fought earlier, Ruji Miyasaka, also joins their temporary clan. Together, they fortify the hotel for the 8th's arrival. Rain studies the rings and finds QR codes in them, which she thinks are important for winning the game. She believes the key is a diamond ring that hasn't been found yet. Shuka is looking for Konami in the city, fighting anyone who blocks her. She gets trapped in an underground station by a young girl who uses ice walls and floods the station with water. Shuka, about to drown, sends a distress signal. Konami and Ruji rush to save her. They meet Sui, a girl who seems scared but is actually powerful. Konami dives into the water to rescue Shuka and gives her mouth to revive her. Shuka is happy because it's like a first kiss with Konami. Ruji confronts Sui, suspecting she's not telling the truth. Sue's personality changes to her late twin brother Sota, who is violent. Sota traps Ryuji in a store with ice, planning to kill him, but Sue stops him. When Konami and Shuka arrive, Shuka is thankful to Sue for making her first kiss with Konami happen, and they invite Sue to join their clan. Soon, the 8th clan attacks the hotel. Their leader Wong brings extra members. They fight through the plants barricading the hotel. Powerful members Katsura and Sig fight Hiragi, the florist, but he stands his ground. Then Keiichi comes and badly hurts Hiragi. Hiragi uses his last strength and his plant powers to keep his heart beating. His plants shake and eventually collapse the building. Rain figures out the puzzle with the numbers in the rings. She finds a diamond ring and uses the hardness of the stones to find coordinates to Shibuya train station. There, she sees Wong and the 8th clan have also solved the code. Wong captures Rain, trying to get treasure info from her. She tells a long story to buy time until her friends come to rescue her. Ryuji, Shuka, and Sue fight the 8th, while Konami takes Rain, who's hurt, to work out the final code. Rain realizes the code is the publication date of Charles Darwin's book. Konami goes back to help his friends. Wong has injured Ryuji, but Konami tricks Wong with a fake key to save Ryuji. Konami then uses the real code at the station lockers, ending the treasure hunt. Alone at the station, Konami finds a phone in a locker. The game master calls, congratulating him and offering a special game privilege. Later, they're at Danjo Boxing Club. Ryuji is healed, and Konami is training. Master Danjo wants to join Konami's clan, the Sunset Ravens, but first, Konami has to beat him in a fight. After a tough match, Danjo joins the Ravens. Then, a masked woman kidnaps Konami. She's Lu Shulan, the top D game player and an assassin. She sees Konami as a perfect partner to have children with and pass on their skills. Shuka is really mad when Konami gets kidnapped. She, along with Rain, Ryuji, and Sue, chase Shulan's car. Shuka jumps onto the car roof to fight, but it's tough until Konami helps. Shuka throws rose bottles. Sue freezes them, and they use the ice to stop Shulan's car. Shulan gives up and wants to join their clan, the Sunset Ravens. Despite some disagreement, Konami lets her join. Meanwhile, the 8th clan kidnaps Konami's school friend Shinizuka to trap Konami. Konami is angry and goes to save him with the Sunset Ravens and Inakai. But when they get to the warehouse, they find the police have been beaten by the 8th. The Sunset Ravens start fighting. Sue and Rain work together, and Inakai fights a martial artist named Keiichi. When Konami finds out Shinizuka is dead, he gets really upset and decides to fight harder, even if it means hurting people. He pushes forward, attacking fiercely. Shuka fights Wong alone, using wires she controls with her powers. She doesn't move much but still beats Wong, trapping him in wires and making him fall. Wong uses his powers to not get hurt too bad, but then he faces Konami and Ryuji with their weapons ready. Konami uses the special privilege he earned from winning the treasure hunt. He had bet all his points against the 8th clan. This means all of the 8th clan's points are now transferred to the Sunset Ravens, and the 8th clan loses the game. As they are being transferred out, Konami shoots Wong as a final goodbye. The fight with the 8th clan is over, but Konami isn't done yet. He wants to stop the Game Masters and end Darwin's game. His clan, the Sunset Ravens, agrees to help. They take control of the Shibuya area and declare it a zone free from the game. The Game Master, however, is excited by these events, seeing it as a chance to take the game to a new level. And this brings the anime to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.